Hello everybody, this is Sci-Fi Junk yet again on this lovely, wonderful Wednesday afternoon, and today I thought I would talk about my lovely new phone that my mother got me. Ooh, it actually wiped out all of that stuff. Anyway, it has like like the EMI and all that stuff on there, which I have no clue why they even stuck it on there if it's going to just end up wiping off. Now, the reason why I have this phone is because, well, this is what happened to my phone before. Yeah, it don't look too pretty, does it? Anyway, I actually had it on a dash, and one of the days that I was going to the clinic to get my mother's meds, I put it on the dash, and it decided to slide right on off and go out the car window and hit the ground, and that's pretty much what happened. Is it decided to fall apart and everything. So that led to me getting a little not so fond of losing a phone, especially a phone that I bought roughly around 8 or 9 years ago. This is literally an 8 or 9 year old phone. Dropped it a 500,000 times, survived it. But what done it in is what decided to, slide out the freaking window of my lovely Kia that, as I was turning into a parking lot. Anyway, on a quest for a new phone, I decided, well, maybe I needed to get a ruggedized phone, and came across the Armor X6. Happened to be cheap. Actually, according to the Ulefone, yeah, I'm probably butchering the crap out of that. It happens to be a new phone according to their website. I happen to get this off of Amazon. But I think it's a store that they put on Amazon and everything. Because I sincerely hope that it wasn't sitting in an Amazon warehouse where the Amazon employee had to run from one side of the freaking warehouse to the other and, carry a pee bottle and everything like that. If that happened, I do sincerely apologize for that employee for having to do so much stuff to give me my phone. Yeah, and with that being said, as you can probably tell, I dislike Amazon, even though they are the unfortunate fast way to get stuff, and plus it was my mother that ordered it, and she ended up getting the Amazon Prime. Anyway, I only have a couple issues with this phone. Now, as you guys know, most phones, manufacturers have their own little versions of things. Like, Google has their clock app. Well, they have their own little clock app for this phone, except for, it's crap. Now, let me explain. When you go into Google's app, or Google's clock app, it's relatively straightforward. It goes straight into the freaking settings when you want to set the clock and everything. But when it comes to the ULAs, or whatever that manufacturer, it has nothing like that. It just says, a setting for setting the home clock, and that's it. Nothing about getting it off 24-hour time, military time. Matter of fact, one of the reviews on Amazon has that very same problem. Says that you can't get it off of military time. Probably because that person, he or she, is just like me, coming from Android 6 to Android 9 and not knowing where the freaking settings are. So, I personally decided to go ahead and download Google's clock app, which actually goes straight from the app to the clock settings and everything, and fixed it. Then I had to backtrack and figure out where the clock app went to get those settings, and then dived into those because it's really in a weird place, because I don't remember it being in the system settings at all, so I always thought it was somewhere else. But then again, I'm coming from Android 6 to Android 9, and so I think they might have moved a couple of things around. And so that is the only major problem. A minor problem happens to be that it loses signal, and I'm not sure if it is because of the case on the phone, because it's it's a pretty good size, pretty thick, good size thickness on the phone case and all that. In fact, I think you could probably take part of it off. Yeah, you can probably take part of it off, but I'm not going to take it off because I like my phones in one piece and not in, potential pieces like this thing is. Yeah, that was a good phone. I miss my lovely phone. Anyway, I was due for an update an upgrade anyway, but that's just not the way I wanted to get it, and I don't recommend anybody else doing that unless they just want to do it. If you want to go ahead and do it like that, then fine, have at it. But for me, my mother went ballistic because she said I needed a new phone, mainly because I'm her caregiver, and whenever I need to get a hold of her, I had to use her phone, and needless to say, her phone is a government POS. Anyway, so the Armor X6, I think it's a pretty good phone. I do plan on going for the, what is it? I think it's the, what's it, 3W, I think, it's got the bigger battery in it. Octa-core P7. Where is it? It's got more space and RAM too, so, oh yeah, it's got the 10,000 milliamp hour fast charging, pre-charging, all that. So I might go for that later on down the road when I got, freaking let's see, where is it? Oh, this is $199. Huh, imagine that. I guess I shouldn't have went through Amazon, huh? Oh, well, it's no biggie. Yeah. So, with that being said, I know I've ended up being in a rambling video, and I do sincerely apologize, and I'm still kind of working on that. But with that being said, after having it for 5 days, I think it's a pretty good phone, and I would go ahead and, especially if you're just getting into rugged phones and you wanted it, just bare minimum of 3G, 2G, or is it GSM and 3G, I think it's a pretty good phone. The only thing is, like I said, is the clock app is crap on where the settings are, and the cell service, the receiver here for cell. Again, I'm gonna say it's probably because of the case, because it is a thicker case and all. But other than that, it's pretty good. So, with that being said, don't have too much fun.